Good morning. It's a Wednesday morning. It's currently 7:27 and I'm gonna go take the dogs out because they are ready to go. And then I'll come back and see what this day holds in store. We are out on our walk. All the dogs are munching on some grass. So about my birthday, last year on my birthday I had a very traumatic experience, like basically witnessing like a very violent dog murder. It was like one of the most gruesome things that I've seen in my life. And so this year I didn't want to plan anything or like do anything celebratory on my birthday for fear of some sort of repeat happening. And that fear was kind of confirmed because like at the end of June, the few days leading up to my birthday, within 24 hours, I saw 3 dead animals. So I saw a dead dog when I was hiking up in the mountains. Then we saw a dead chicken and then a dead rat and a dead bird. So that all happened within like 2 days that I saw all these dead animals. And I promise like that's not typical of what I witness in my life. And because it was so close to my birthday, I was like, I'm not celebrating, blah, blah, blah. And it was a good birthday. Like I just went to work at the cafe all day and yeah, like some people were stopping by and congratulating me. I got like some flowers and some cake. So anyway, this year I'm just, yeah, very grateful for a calm birthday and that there was nothing eventful that happened because that feels nice and yeah, calming and relaxing, which is what I want the tone of life to be dominantly. I'm definitely like in a stage of my life right now where clarity is not on the forefront. I remember this time last year, I had so much clarity with my goals. I had such a clear vision of, you know, what I was building, mostly connected with Creopia and life in Vanadzor. And you know, now that life looks so different, I'm obviously grateful for that and grateful for the opportunity to kind of explore new things, but it's definitely like not a stable place in my life that I am because I don't even know like where I'll be living next month. I know I have my apartment to go back to in Vanadzor eventually, but yeah, these kind of uncertain situations are a bit destabilizing, but I think I'm taking them in good stride, honestly, because I'm really looking forward to my mom and my aunt coming. Also, I'm trying to pay attention to kind of the signals that life has given me in terms of right now, like I'm living in this house alone in Dilijan with the 3 pups. And it's kind of a foreshadowing to me of like an idealized version of my life that I do see, which definitely involves a house and a garden and a mountain view, all of which I have right now. And it's interesting to be experiencing it, even though it's not mine. Like this is just a temporary setup, but I'm so grateful to get a taste and also understand that, you know, I have a significant amount of growing up to do still in terms of maturing and being like reliable with myself. I think a theme of this last year has definitely been that I want to become a more reliable person. Like I've always had positive characteristics associated with me in terms of being, you know, efficient and productive and ambitious and, you know, getting things done, but reliability, timeliness, promptness have never really been fortes. And I think that, yeah, this year, one of the learnings that I've taken away has been that, you know, becoming reliable for others really first means that you become reliable for yourself. And I think that when I had that switch in understanding that I wanted other people to perceive me as reliable, I understood that I had to become reliant on myself and become a reliable character for myself in my life. And I'm definitely like still within that transition. So yeah, I'm feeling like very good about this year, even though I have no grasp as to what this year will look like, because I am thinking about potentially leaving Armenia, which is a painful thought because I don't actually want to be anywhere else other than Armenia. But thinking long term, kind of, you know, not living exclusively in the moment would indicate that making a move to like a less conservative country would probably be good for my mental state, my psychological state. So I don't know, we'll see how this year unfolds. I'm very curious if I'll actually make the decision to leave Armenia. I was talking to this girl yesterday about how every summer and spring in Armenia, you know, you're like, oh, this place is amazing, like I'm never leaving this country, blah blah blah. And then as soon as winter rolls around, we're like all depressed and like the war is much more prominent. And honestly, even though like spirits are high right now and the weather is good, it like really fucking sucks to be constantly aware that like war could be knocking on our door at any moment again. I'm currently like working at the cafe with a really badass woman from Artsakh. She's such a character. And her son and her husband are stuck in Artsakh, like because of the blockade. So they've obviously been separated. I think like today's day 206 or something. And I don't know, like it's just interesting to be so thoroughly enjoying my life at the moment, like being with the dogs in the house and the cafe, and then also being so uncertain about whatever the next steps are going to be. But I'm taking it in stride. It's definitely like a fun thing to embrace. And also living in Dilijan, I realize that I miss Vanadzor a lot. Like, yeah, my attachment to Vanadzor is also something that has to be reflected on more and more, because it probably does have like certain elements of a toxic relationship that I'm so obsessed with it. But yeah, no complaints, honestly. Like I feel healthy, I feel young, I feel good. I'm like moving my body and communicating a lot with like very different kinds of people, and it feels good to be reminded that I am such a strong communicator. And the gift of being born into a very multicultural family is definitely feeling more and more evident. Let's go! So another observation of this chapter of my life is the fact that it's the least full I think my life has ever been, like in terms of future direction, in terms of current projects, and also in terms of my social life. This is, I think, like the least social that I've ever been in my life, which if you know me, you know that I'm like a very socially active person, always like 1,000,001 friends, blah, blah, blah. But also like over the last few years, I've gone through a process of, yeah, shedding a lot of friendships that of course, you know, don't serve us as we move forward in like older chapters of our lives. But I don't know, I was also a little bit upset like around my birthday about feeling a bit lonely. But the truth is I'm not lonely. I'm just a bit unclear as to like what kind of people I actually want in my life. And I think that is in no small part due to the fact that like I'm located in a place where I'm surrounded by people that have pretty different mindsets from me. Like summer is much easier because you have so much flow of diasporans and like generally people from outside of Armenia here in Armenia, but I know that like as soon as winter rolls around, it'll be looking pretty bare in terms of my social life. And yeah, I don't know if that is a strong enough motivator or nudge for me to like change locations to go to the west or something. Anyway, so I'm back home from walking the dogs now. I think I'm gonna sit down on my computer right now and get some work done, maybe make a cup of tea. up at home and I played some music, which felt good. And then I also just filmed the second episode of my Debt to Savings series, which is me documenting my process of how I get from a situation of debt to a state of savings. So yeah, I'm glad that like I've already started the budgeting process prior to turning 27, because I have a feeling that if I didn't have, like if I wasn't so on top of my finances right now, turning 27, it would be a bit psychologically difficult. But that's okay. Now I think I'm gonna like shower and kind of get ready to leave the house for 11. It's almost 10. So I'll get ready slowly and also like do a few more things on my computer. And yeah, check in with you later. Later in the day now, and I am cooking myself like an early dinner of eggs basically. And yeah, I've gotten a lot of work done today, so I'm happy about that. And now I need to refuel because I'm hungry.
So if you're curious about more of the behind.
Okay, so now I am full and I am ready to finish up some of the work that I got started. So I'm gonna do that now.